Guys, what's going on? Michael back with another awesome episode. Today is the day it finally happened. I did get my suppressor. Guys, this is the Otter Labs Polonium 30 suppressor. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this. I'm going to be showing you guys and telling you guys about it, and then I'm going to put it on my trusty Ruger Generation 2 Predator, chambered in the 6.5 Creedmoor. Some of you guys have seen me shoot this gun. I'm very excited to get this on there and go shoot it. But today we're just going to take a look at it. I'm going to show you guys what comes in the box. So starting with the box, this is this little plastic box, kind of see-through thing or whatever. You guys can see the price there. This retails for $532. And in Oregon, we don't have a sales tax. So straight, $532 plus you're going to pay the government $200 to get a permission slip, which is kind of absurd. And I know some of you guys are following that NFA thing that's going through with the big beautiful bill right now. And I just started to get a little nervous and figured, you know what, I'm just going to go jump on it. I'm going to pay the $200 and get my suppressor all legal while everything is going the way it's going. There are some concerns with some folks in some states like Oregon that requires a registry for said suppressor that could possibly be eliminated. Now, if that registry is eliminated, what happens to these? I don't know. Nobody knows. So yeah, I got mine. Who knows? Maybe this time next year you'll be able to walk into a store and buy one like you buy a gun. I don't know, but I didn't want to take a chance. Plus, I wanted to get dialed in with my suppressor before hunting season so I could be 100% on everything. So that's kind of it. So the Polonium 30, you guys, is actually a decent suppressor. And, this is my first suppressor. And I wanted something on a budget. Obviously, I'm not going to go out and spend, $1,000 on a suppressor, my first suppressor, or whatever. And after I purchased it, I started doing a little bit more research on it, and it's actually a decent suppressor. Now, the beauty of this, with this suppressor, it's a 30 cal suppressor, so you could run it on an AK, 7.62. You could also run this on an AR 5.56. I can run it on my 6.5 Creedmoor. Some of you guys know I have plans to get a 7 PRC, and hopefully I'm going to have that next year, and I could put this can on the 7 PRC. So it's all good. Now, the killer thing about this suppressor is this thing is rated at full auto with 5.56 down to a 7.5-inch barrel. And that's pretty awesome for a suppressor coming in this price range. You guys can change these adapters out for a threaded type. Not going into the quick release or whatever, any of that stuff. This one comes with a 5/8 by 28 or 5/8 by 26, I believe, thread, which is going to thread right onto the Ruger. And if I wanted to put this on my AR, I would have to get the 1/2-inch threaded adapter for it or whatever. So, and you can also put the QD adapters on here or whatever. This just, threads out. Polonium 30, it's stainless steel. It's got some heft to it, which I'm not a huge fan of because it's going to be on a hunting rifle, but I think it comes in around 14 ounces, if you guys are wondering, so just under a pound. And it's pretty hefty. All stainless steel construction. Reading some of the reviews on this compressor, it's a workhorse from what I can see, especially if it can shoot full auto on a 7.5-inch barrel. That's saying something there, because there was a time last year when I was looking at suppressors for my AR and having a little bit of an issue finding one that fits a pistol at 7.5 inches. Not to mention full auto rated. So this one can do it. So yeah, get a plastic box with it. You get your suppressor with the adapter. You get some cool stickers in here. Otter Labs. This one's kind of funny. And you got some more. If you go on their website, Otter Labs, I can't post any links to that stuff, but you guys can figure it out on your own. You will see that their descriptions and whatnot are quite comical. So these guys have a great sense of humor, and they're out there building American products. So I'm going to put this on my rifle and show it to you guys. So you can kind of see the baffles down in there a little bit. It's pretty cool. Like I said, my first suppressor. Don't really know all that much about them, except that they make the gun a little bit quieter and that kind of thing. Right here, there's a little QR code that you can scan, and it's going to show you some instructions on how to mount it. Pretty sure it's straightforward. Might put a dab of Loctite on it. Not 100% sure yet. I'm going to look at these instructions real quick, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like on my rifle. All right, folks, got it mounted up. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. They have some torque specs on the instructions. There's like 25, 30 foot-pounds of torque. Torque these down, throw a little bit of Loctite on it. Like I said, pretty straightforward. When I was researching this gun, and the brake, a lot of people were having issues getting their brake off. This little piece right here. And I think in the first batch of these guns, they had them on too tight. There was a lot of issues with people trying to get them off that couldn't just get them off. To get this brake off, you guys, all I did was put a wrench on it, little AR tool that I had. I held it in one hand and just, it came right off. So it wasn't too crazy tight on there. So that was pretty easy to get off if you guys are worrying about that. Yeah, straightforward. Gun looks amazing with it on there. It is a little bit heavier because this, this is coming in at 14 ounces, so close to a pound that we're adding to the end of the barrel. So yeah, it's a little heavier now, but whatever. So I'm gonna go out tomorrow after work, but we're gonna be playing with my predator call. So I don't know if I'm gonna be shooting it or not, but I don't know. If I get a coyote or something, then you guys will see that in the next video. But if not, I'll probably be out sometime this weekend shooting, doing some target practice with this, trying to get it dialed, and see how it's shooting and see what it sounds like. And that'll most likely be the next video. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you guys like this video and like this content. I'm super stoked, super excited. Been texting my friends and family pictures of my suppressor. It was, quite the ordeal, in my opinion, to get. This is basically a steel can with some baffles in it. It doesn't shoot ammunition or cartridges on its own. It's just an accessory. So I don't know why there's so much hoopla and hoops to jump through to get one of these things. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But yeah, there it is, $740 later or whatever. It took about 3 weeks. It took, if you guys are wondering also, it took exactly 1 week to get my approval through the ATF. The paperwork was submitted on a Tuesday afternoon, and on a Tuesday morning, I got my confirmation email saying that I was approved. So if you guys are wondering about that, this is June 2025. Super stoked. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them down below in the comment section. And yeah, if you guys have one of these, chime in and let me know how you like it and what you think about it, and or if you don't like it, And yeah, I'm like I said, I'm excited. So besides myself, until next time, folks.